We are seeing police have now confirmed that an inquest docket has been registered. It comes after a 41-year-old man allegedly shot and killed himself at a filling station in Brakpan yesterday. So for more on the story, let's cross to SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla. Calvin, a very good morning. There are still more questions than answers at this point, and we're looking at what remains unanswered based on the information at our disposal. So talk to us about the police presence on the scene, where you are, the information at your disposal as we make sense of what's transpired.
Good morning to you, Lizel, and to our SABC viewers at home. What I can tell you is that there is no even one police officer here on the scene. But when we came with Bulelani, our video journalist, we saw that this place was cordoned off by a tape. But what I can tell you is that that tape has since been removed. As you can see that the employees of this filling station have even started to work, and you can see a hose pipe. You see where this gentleman is working. That is where we are told that the 41-year-old Pretorius came in and parked his car. He went out of his car and then he shot himself dead. We are told by those who are working inside this garage, our sources, that only one shot took Pretorius' life. We don't know as yet what was the motive behind that, but you would understand that he mentioned that there were people that were trying to kill him. Lewis, our senior reporter, covering a story where Pretorius was hit by at least 16 bullets. His car that he was driving, a white double cab Isuzu, was pumped with the hail of bullets. He survived. And I remember very well when Criselda spoke to the Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police Service, that would be your Lieutenant General Tommy Mtombeni, in a media briefing. Mtombeni did mention that they are aware of this incident and they are investigating. So yesterday, according to Brigadier Atlenda Mate, who speaks for SABC nationally, she released a statement saying that Pretorius shot himself dead. As you have mentioned, that she also mentioned that an inquest docket has been opened. So we don't know as yet. The details are still scant as to how and why did Pretorius decided to take his own life. But Brigadier Mate confirmed that she is on her way to this filling station. We will be able to get more answers on what really transpired. Lisa, back to you in studio.
Calvin, you know, as I have you there, I know that we're still obviously piecing the puzzles together and we're waiting for SABC for that official response. But at this stage, given the nature of what transpired and the hit that happened also just a few days ago, are there any other individuals who are at risk at this point? What's also been echoed from family or from his partner? Is there any information you can divulge on that front?
Lizel, there are no family members at the scene. We drove with our video journalist to his house, not far from where we are, but unfortunately the gate was locked and there was no one outside and no one on the street. Maybe someone can be able to ask, but we are waiting for the police to give us more details on the matter. We are camping here. Maybe we might be lucky enough to find maybe family members. We'll try to track them so that maybe they can also give their side on what really transpired, because what we know is that he was not driving alone. Listen, he was with his partner inside that particular car. So maybe if we can be able to track that partner, maybe she can be able to elaborate and explain more on what really transpired. Because according to the footage that the employees have here in this garage behind me, the gentleman just went out of the car and he didn't even get inside that particular garage. He just withdrew a firearm and shot himself dead.
And you know, Calvin, that's actually my next point. I wanted to look at what forensic or digital evidence becomes crucial at this point. CC footage, financial records, perhaps cell phone footage as well. Talk to us a little bit more about that as we wrap up.
Police will have to rely on the footage from this filling station, because the gentleman that I spoke to, my source, confirmed that there's a footage that maybe it's almost like 7 or 8 minutes long, where you would see this gentleman getting out of his car. He didn't take much time. He withdrew a firearm and shot himself dead. Maybe police will have to look at that. Maybe they can be able to find out as to what really transpired. Maybe we still trying to get more information of the type of the car that the person was driving, and maybe police will be able to shed more light on that. But the footage for now, Lizelle, is the only source that most people, including the members of the South African Police Service, would have to depend on when they are investigating this matter.
Well, Calvin, I know we're monitoring that as, we await more information to come through. I know that you're still on the scene and you're going to bring us the updates as it continues. Let's leave our conversation there for now. Calvin Dludla, our reporter on the scene. As you heard there, now as it stands, police confirming that an inquest docket has been registered. It comes after a 41-year-old man allegedly shot and killed himself at a filling station in Brakpan yesterday. Our reporter Calvin Dludla is on the scene awaiting SABC to arrive, Brigadier Adlenda Mate, to perhaps continue with the investigations, and perhaps we'll also look at where the prelim findings are going to emerge as we look at what transpired there.